welcome back to my channel. It has been a couple of weeks since I last filmed, and that's just because there's been so much crazy stuff going on, and yeah, it's gotten a little away from me. So what has been going on is we started the challenge last weekend, so I'm 1 week into our weight loss challenge. Our team is Bitches Lose Inches, and I have a great group of ladies who are fired up and just willing to do what needs to be done to get, our weight loss in and get more fit. So it's just been a lot of getting back into class after our vacation and getting the team organized and then getting to the meetings and learning everything I need to do as captain this time, because it always changes. And so that's what's been going on this week. I also had a cold. So last week a lot happened. I got cool sculpted again. I almost forgot to tell you guys. I did underneath the arms right here. I've always carried a little extra weight around the middle. I hate that flat tire that just keeps going around. So before I had done the upper stomach, lower stomach, and upper back. This time I did the underarms. And it was interesting. It's not a new device, it was a new attachment, the petite one. So it's a lot smaller to handle the smaller areas. Takes less time. So instead of a full hour, it's only 35 minutes. It still hurt getting massaged out, but it was half the time and not that bad. I've been a little sore, but nothing like the stomach one. So underarms, not that bad. So I did that last Friday. Thursday night, I got a new tattoo. I managed to score an appointment with a tattoo artist named Q from Kailua on Oahu. He was out here visiting. I really wanted my tribal tattoo. I wanted it authentic, so I had been waiting. I managed to get an appointment while he was visiting here at a local tattoo place. He free-handed this thing. It's beautiful. I love it. It's about 3 times bigger than I expected, but when you have a master freehanding on your back, you don't tell him to make it smaller. You just get the masterpiece on your back and walk around with a wonderful piece of art. So anyway, I had a cold starting because, of course, the kids always get me sick the first couple weeks of school. It's never ending. Because of my Remicade, I'm immunocompromised. I am rather healthy besides that, so I don't get super ill. It just seems to linger. So I have this cold that's been squeezing my lungs. Then I got my tattoo. Then I got cool sculpted, and it was like my body had had enough. It was like, nope, I've got too many things to deal with. You're going down for the count. So anyway, I went to class on Monday, and I had to go to a 7:30 at night class because my daughter started swim lessons. And once again, the kids' schedule is taking over my schedule instead of the other way around. So yeah, working out late at night with a cold, it was not good. And then I went to my cardio core the next night and overdid it. So I have been feeling very weak and tired, and my lungs have been constricted with a sore throat, and now my nose has started up for the last week. So I've just been taking it easy. I have not been in the gym since last Tuesday. I can feel my muscles just dying and wasting away. I can feel them just melting off of me. Like, I did an InBody for the weigh-in last week. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And if I embodied right now, I know I would have lost muscle. Like, it's amazing how fast that happens. So I'm already feeling a lot less strong, and I hate that feeling. I love the feeling of, even though I'm tired, I know I'm capable of a lot, and right now I'm getting winded going up the stairs, and that's not good. So I've been taking it easy. I will be back at class tomorrow. Come hell or high water, I will be there because I cannot take not working out this long. It can't be a whole week again. So anyway, I have not been in class. I've been focusing mainly on my diet for this week. For the first week of the challenge, like I said, I was going to do the macro diet. I have not finished reading my book, but I have read enough of it where I could put kind of a plan in place, figured out the macros that I need. It's a shit ton of protein. Oh my God, so much protein. But I have been managing to accomplish that. All week long, I've been pretty close to what I need to be on my macros. I have also managed to lose 4 pounds this week. So I will go into that in just a second. So yeah, back to class tomorrow. Weak ass feeling now. Not good. Anyway, so at the beginning of every challenge, we InBody. We hop on that scale. It tells us how much we weigh. I weighed in at 196. Let's see, I brought it up right now so I could look. I weighed in at 196.7. Unfortunately, even though my numbers were where I wanted it to be, I had it embodied since before I left for Hawaii. And I was just happy that I was maintaining in under 200, in between like 196, 197. I was like, yeah, I'm doing really well. When I embodied, it told me the true story. And the true story was I have lost muscle and gained fat. I'm not quite sure how that happened because I was working out pretty well, but I guess I haven't been consistent enough since I, was in Hawaii and then came back from Hawaii. But the amount of fat that I need to lose has jumped back up to 35 pounds. And I think it was down to like 32 something before. And my muscle went down by 2 pounds. So, I mean, that just tells you that the number on the scale is not always the most important thing. Like, I was so happy I was under 200, and not even just under 200. I was like a few pounds under 200 and maintaining that. Like, no problem. But when I get on the scale and I find out that, even though I have dropped that weight, some of that was muscle and I gained some fat, that's no bueno. So that's one of the things I'm going to be working on this challenge, is not just losing weight on the scale, which of course is important, especially in this challenge, but the challenge also counts body fat. So I'm going to try to drop body fat and up my muscle percentage. Of course, that's not happening if I'm not at class because I'm sick, but I've got another 4 weeks to try to get that done. I would love to drop like 3% body fat, and my goal is 10 pounds. And I've already dropped 4 of that. So we're winning. Anyway, I was not happy with my InBody showing that imbalance that was going on. But like I said, that's the tools you need. You can't just rely on your scale. That number on the scale is not the ultimate thing. It's not everything. It's just one small piece of data in a huge amount of data that you need. So that's my plan. I'm going back to class tomorrow. I'm going to try to make all my classes. I have missed strength all but one time this month for various reasons. Either I was too tired or too sore. I have found that working out in the morning is not the best time for me. I had no idea that the different times of the day really affected me. But I was going to 5:30 a.m. class to hang out with one of my newbies because that was the only time she could go. And I was wondering why I was having such a hard time lifting as much weight as I usually do as many reps as I usually do, getting my heart rate up on my MyZone. Like, everything was just not working. I just felt so like I was only getting half a workout in, and I couldn't figure it out. And then one day I went to an afternoon class, and all of a sudden everything was fine. And I realized I just can't work out at 5:30 in the morning. Or if I do, I know I'm not going to get as good a workout as if I did one of the later classes. This is one of the reasons I really miss my 9:30 class. I was awake enough and energized enough to do that, but it was still early enough in the day where it didn't conflict with anything else. My coaches are talking about bringing it back, and fingers crossed that they do because I'm bouncing all over the place trying to make it to my classes, and I'm having a hard time, especially now that school has started and all the kids' activities have started back up. So all in all, it's a bit of a transition period right now, but I'm trying to work with it to do well in this challenge, be there for my team. My team is awesome. We've had an amazing first week. Everybody's been on with their diets. Everybody's been on with their workouts, except for me because I am sick. So anyway, hopefully when I check in next week, I will still have good news. I weighed in at 193.6 this morning and yesterday morning. This morning was the first time all week where I have not lost weight. I am the same weight that I was yesterday. So I think I have hit my wall. I need to add in the workouts again to start dropping weight again. I managed to do that with just my diet, dropping the 4 pounds, but I really need to add in my my classes. I can't seem to live without them. Oh, just a few things on the macros. I will give you some things that have been working for me. I have found Premier protein shakes. They are, I think, 30 grams of protein and like 1 gram of carbs. It's just, you're basically drinking protein, and they taste delicious. I really like the chocolate one. I've got a variety pack coming next week that will give me a little bit more flavors to choose from, but right now I have chocolate and caramel. Both of them are good. Chocolate's my favorite. The Kirkland protein bars, everybody's been raving about those, and they went on sale this week at Costco, so I had a friend of mine pick me up a box. I really like those. That's another big chunk of protein right there. So if I eat a protein bar and I drink a protein shake, I get my protein up the way I need to. I've also been eating egg white omelets with a shit ton of salsa on them. That's really good. Egg whites, pure protein. Full eggs are really good for you. Don't let people kill you with that cholesterol talk. That's good cholesterol. Full eggs are really good for you. I don't like yolk. That's just a personal thing. So egg white omelets work really well for me because if you get a fried egg, that's the only part of the egg I eat anyway. So I get like a bunch of those. So I'll eat a quadruple serving in there, and that's only 100 calories, and it's pure protein. So I've been doing that, and Kodiak cakes. Another friend of mine turned me on to these. They're like protein pancakes. If you make it with milk and an egg, it's got like 21 grams in a serving. A serving is way too much. It's like 3 or 4 pancakes, and they are filling. So I only eat a half serving of that. You get a ton of protein and not that many calories. Like maybe if you make it with just water, it's 190, but when you add the other ones in, obviously it's going to go up. But for me, with the ingredients I use, a half serving is like 170 calories, and I get a lot of protein. So those are the few things that I'm using to get my protein up, keep the carbs down. Don't get me wrong, carbs are good for you. You need carbs. But I had a very carb-rich diet before, and now I'm trying to up the protein to help with muscle building. So that's why I am limiting my carbs a little bit more, just not cutting them out completely. Obviously, we tried that with Whole30. It's no bueno for me. Anyway, so that's all that I've been doing. If any of that helps you out, I am happy to help. If anybody has any questions, just leave them in the comment box and I will answer them on what I've been doing. And hopefully when I talk to you next week, I will be feeling better and I will have made all my classes this week and lost like another 4 pounds. Anyway, I will talk to you next week. Bye.